Good evening, and welcome to Duties of a Local Herald. I am Lord Calbar Geiler, Lantern Herald for the Kingdom of Meridies. In this course, I'll be covering the basic job duties and actual responsibilities of a local or group herald. There are a ton of tasks and activities that fall under the umbrella of the herald's office. But what are the actual requirements for maintaining the office at a local level? Before we look at the duties, it's important to understand what we mean by local herald. In this case, the local or group herald is the officer responsible for heraldic activities for a canton, shire, college, barony, or other local group within the SCA. This differs from the kingdom level herald, which in Meridies is the beacon principal herald and their staff, which we will detail in a later course. But each of the activities within heraldry has a kingdom level officer responsible for it. There's also society level heralds, which set the rules for heraldic activities and manage the name and armory registration. Anybody who's been around the SCA very long will have seen heralds announcing fights, managing courts for the crown, discussing the intricacies of a new name or device registration, or even acting as information point and alarm clock at events. How can one person do all these things? Put very simply, they can't, and actually don't have to. Heraldry is a large umbrella of skills that each requires its own practice and dedication. That's why at a kingdom level there are close to a dozen officers, each handling a different part. So what does the local herald actually need to be responsible for? The short version is fostering heraldic activities and being a good point of reference. I like to describe it as not knowing everything, but at least knowing where to find everything. The local herald becomes the go-to resource in the local group, and the connection point between the local group and the heralds at the kingdom level. Now, the one heraldic activity that is likely going to be the most important to know about is the process for submitting and registering a name, device, and badge within the society. This is something that anybody can do, and most will want to at some point. The actual researching of a name and the rules around how a device or badge is composed will be covered in another course, as will a detailed explanation of the process. But the first step for a local herald is knowing and understanding the basics of that process. Now, there are heralds across the kingdom that are happy to help, and the Pennon Herald even runs a monthly meeting that reviews the submissions. This is a great place to ask questions just to get more information. The other activity for a local herald may seem silly, but it is the one thing that is common throughout all the offices within the SCA, and that's reporting. Yes, reporting. All local heralds are required to file a quarterly report on heraldic activities within their local group to the Lucius Herald. This report is then compiled and forwarded to the Beacon Principal Herald, along with the reports from all of the kingdom level heralds. These reports are important because they keep Beacon informed as to the activities, and more importantly, the needs of the heraldic community at large. Now, aside from the duties in regards to heraldry, the local herald is also an officer within their local group. The duties of that will vary from group to group, and some may include them as part of their financial committee, or involve them in decisions in regards to event planning. Make sure to contact your local seneschal with any questions about other duties or responsibilities that may come with your office. Thank you for taking the time to watch this course. Please remember to like the video below and subscribe to this channel for more heraldic education material. If you have any questions, requests for classes, or even want to help teach future courses, I can be reached at lantern@meridies.org, or just leave a comment below. Thanks again.